My name is Craig Ross, and today we're going to talk about a passion of mine, e-commerce. Specifically, we're going to look at the Nexternal platform and how it allows you to extend your brand throughout the customer's entire shopping experience, engage your customers with the platform's fantastic marketing and social media tools, manage your B2C, B2B, mobile, and phone orders all in one place, exchange your data with other systems. Maybe you have an automated warehouse system or real-time accounting system. Data can flow automatically. So let's take a look. We'll begin at our first Fairway demo, which is a fictitious golf brand. I should also mention that I'm going to be moving fast since I have a lot that I'm excited to share with you, but you should feel free to ask questions in the webinar interface. We'll have time at the end to go through them. So let's get started. First thing I want to mention is that firstfairway.com is your website. It's where you articulate your brand to your customers and, in a sense, describe your brand's promise to your customers. We're not in the Nexternal platform yet. But what we use First Fairway to demonstrate is that you can send your customers from your website into your store just about any way you want. You can go right into a storefront. You can link customers to specific categories, to specific products, into a search. You can get customers just about any way you want from your website into your store so that they can shop how they want to shop. For the sake of our demo, we're going to start in accessories. I'm a customer. I come to First Fairway. I know I need some golf accessories. Once I click on that tab at the top, now I'm brought to the Nexternal system. So from this point forward, everything we're going to look at is indeed the Nexternal platform. Now, the first thing that may or may not be apparent to you, depending on your perspective, is that although we've gone from your website into the store, from a customer's perspective, this is one consistent branded shopping experience. I am going to firstfairway.com and I'm shopping at firstfairway.com. I'm not going to some template. First Fairway's top navigation's here, the left navigation, the unused background, the footer at the bottom, all of the design and branding elements from Nexternal, from First Fairway, live in the Nexternal platform. When you sign up with Nexternal, we'll do what we call a site sync, in which we're going to take basically the content from your website. And when I say content, referring to your branding, your navigation, your cascading style sheet information, and we will implement it in the Nexternal platform for you. If while you're watching right now, you're a current Nexternal client and maybe your website's changed and the design, in a sense, gets lost between your website and your online store, definitely contact your sales rep. They'd be happy to schedule a new site sync for you. So now that I'm here and I want to shop, let's assume I want to buy this British Open towel. It's on sale. I click add to cart. I can see that fly right into my shopping cart. What's really, really great about Nexternal is that you can have an always on screen shopping cart as we have here. So that product's there. You know, while I'm here, I could also use some teas as well. So I click add to cart for that product. And I have two products in my shopping cart, and I've done that with only 2 clicks. As a customer, I never have to click continue shopping. I never have to click view cart. It's always here for me. And I never have to click recalculate if I'm buying multiples of a product. So it's super simple. And if it's a simple shopping experience as a customer, I'm much more likely to complete my transaction. A lot of systems are still really difficult for customers, and they have to go through a lot of clicks and a lot of hoops to complete their transaction, especially if they want to buy multiple products. So they abandon in frustration. That's a big reason why people come to an Nexternal in the first place. I need to really tighten up my shopping experience. I know if I do it, my conversion rates will improve greatly. This solves that problem. Another advantage of an always on-screen shopping cart is that you can market to your customers right from within it. So in this case, you'll see that the system has dynamic cart messaging. And so if you have any sort of promotion where they spend X amount of money and something will happen, spend $75 and get free shipping, spend $100, get 10% off your order, that type of thing, you can have that dynamic messaging right here showing the customer, hey, you're close to hitting that threshold. Why wouldn't you want to get free shipping? In this case, I don't want to pay for shipping. I'm close enough. Yeah, I will get another towel. So once I do that, I never have to click recalculate, even though it's multiples of the same product. And my dynamic cart messaging goes away since I've now crossed that threshold and I'm getting free shipping. So super simple shopping experience. And as a marketer, not only can you help improve your conversions this way, you can start using these type of tools to improve your average order sizes. I can merchandise products together so it's easy for people to buy complementary products. I can incentivize them to buy more. Those type of things are built right in. Really, really simple. Let's assume I want to buy a shirt. So let's look at a product that's maybe a little more interesting. And in this case, I'm interested in the Nike Sphere Dry Polo. Now, on this screen, on one hand, it's very simple. I want to buy a shirt. On the other hand, we have lots of different things going on that I want to describe to you. Number one, search engine optimization is very, very important to us here at Nexternal. If our clients get more, they do better in search engines, they're going to get more traffic, they're going to sell more, they win, we win. So things like product names, product URLs, super clean. There's literally as clean as possible. It's literally this name of your store and then the name of the product with a unique product identifier. So super clean URLs. Now you might be thinking, well, that URL is real clean, but why does it say P59 at the end? P59 in this case is product 59. It's that unique product identifier. So let's assume Nike were to change the name of this product next month. You don't want all the links that your customers already have, and you don't want all the search engine ranking that you have from Google disappearing because that URL has changed. With the product identifier, it won't. Those you can change the URL now to anything. It's going to add in P59. It will always bring the customer to the right place. So you're well protected from that type of perspective. Number two on the search engine optimization topic, you can fully customize your title tags. If you're not familiar with a title tag, it's not something that most customers pay attention to, but it's what shows up in the top of your browser here and in the tab as well. So those title tags are super important for search engines, specifically Google. It tells the search engine what your page is all about. So by default, your title tags will be the name of your product, in this case, and the name of your store, but you can customize those to be anything you want. So for example, you do some search engine analysis and you understand the terms that people are searching for when they're indeed looking for this Nike Sphere Dry Polo. Maybe they're searching for something like Nike polo shirts. Well, you can include those type of terms in your title tag. Very, very simple, so that you can really rank well and generate, free traffic or free organic traffic from the search engines if you understand search engine optimization to that perspective. So that's the architecture. Very clean, very simple, search engine optimized. Let's talk about the shopping experience now. Maybe I don't want a black shirt. Maybe I want to, I don't know, we'll be bold today and I want an orange shirt. So we have a little swatch gallery underneath the image, which causes it to swap. That, of course, is very simple. And if I click on orange, now something important happens. By clicking on this selection, it will change my attribute for me. While this is a very simple concept, most systems still don't link your image gallery to your attribute selection. So a customer will click on this. They know that they've selected the orange shirt. They add their cart, they check out, they get their order, and it was the black shirt that they received because they never changed their attribute selection. With Nexternal, that's not a problem. By changing it here, it changes it here. Again, a lot of systems, they're still not that linked and customers get really confused. So that type of thing is really simple for the customer. This product doesn't need to live in the system 29 times. It just lives here once, and it's got attributes, size and color. The other thing that you can do in our system, if appropriate, is have multiple ship tos. I don't want to ship this to myself. This is going to be a gift for somebody else. So I can have multiple ship tos on a single order, especially around the holidays and especially for our clients in the gifting industry. This is really important. I can place an order and have 5 different products going to 5 different people all within a single order, as opposed to me, the customer, having to come to your store 5 separate times. So that's really nice if you're in that type of industry. The other thing to mention is that you can allow your products to be picked up. So if you have a retail location or you're going to be going to a event, hey, pick up at the event. That's very simple. You can even support multiple pickup locations or events all at the same time. So this product's available in our 3 different locations. That type of experience is also very simple. In addition to our add to cart action block, we have a social media action block. So things like tell a friend, that's built in, that's straightforward, especially when I'm buying something for the house. Better tell my wife about it, make sure she likes it. Twitter integrations here, Google Plus integration, Pinterest, they're all here. Having said that, my favorite is Facebook like and save. Now, you've probably seen Facebook like buttons all over the internet, but we've taken it to a step further and we've invented a technology called Facebook like and save. As far as I know, nobody else has copied us yet. What's so great about Facebook like and save is that you can incentivize your customers to like your products. Like this product and receive a $2 sharing discount. As a customer, why wouldn't I like the product? I was probably going to buy it anyway. Now you've incentivized me with a little discount, and now I'm definitely buying it. And now all my friends know that I like this product. So as a marketer, by simply turning on this tool, you can ensure that 80% of your orders will also have a Facebook like link, have a Facebook like associated with them, which in turn is notification on somebody's news feed on Facebook, and in return a backlink to your store. So you can literally generate, depending on the amount of traffic your store receives and the amount of orders that you get, you can literally receive, basically 80% of your orders each day can also have backlinks from Facebook pointing to your store. That's a tremendous marketing tool. Something we're really proud of. As I mentioned, we invented this, and more importantly, our clients are reporting awesome success with it. So it's something that we're and more importantly, they are very happy about. So those tools built right in. Turning our attention to even further marketing concepts, we have our tab display. Now on a product, you can have as little or as much information as you want to articulate in the summary area. The summary is populated by what we call the long description field. And the big benefit of the long description field is that it's fully HTML formatable. So you can put in just about any content you want. So if you want to have additional images, charts, that type of thing, no problem. What really makes it powerful is that you can embed video. And video is really going to be the next big opportunity online. So if you have any sort of product demonstration videos, product commercials, technical videos, you name it, you can embed them right here. Product videos are great from a conversion perspective. It really turns your store into a resource for your customers. And if you're getting a lot of viewings of your videos, for example, let's assume you embed YouTube videos, which is what I recommend, those videos themselves can become popular and gain popularity on YouTube, which in turn people can find them on YouTube and then therefore come to your website that way. So it can also be a great marketing channel. So you can have a very symbiotic relationship between your store and YouTube by embedding videos. So highly, highly recommended. Additionally, customer reviews are built into the system. Peer reviews are really important for two reasons. One, they help conversion. You go to Amazon.com, for example, products that are well reviewed are going to have more orders than a similar product that doesn't. Customers put a lot of weight in peer reviews, even if they have no idea or insight into the veracity of the reviewer. The fact that they're there and that their products are well reviewed will help conversions. Number two, Google's paying more attention to reviews as a social signal. So when your products get reviews, that's fresh content that Google likes. So they're also highly recommended from that perspective. To revisit the search engine optimization concept mentioned a few minutes ago, we even take it a step further and wrap these reviews in what's called a rich snippet so that these reviews are presented to Google in the specific format that they're looking for. You can also allow customers to ask questions about your products. So if you sell products that are maybe technical in nature, people have questions about fit, if it's clothing, that type of thing, you can allow customers to ask questions. And if it's a good question, you can display the question and the response for everyone to read. So you can have an FAQ on the product level. Again, this is fresh content, good from a Google perspective. So these tools are highly recommended. Finally, at this point, we also have related products. In this case, labeled might we also suggest. You can label them whatever you wish. And so additional, cross-selling and upselling opportunities live here as well. And this is an important concept that we're going to revisit once again in a few minutes. Next category I want to look at is clubs. Our clubs category has subcategories, as you might expect. If I click on clubs and there's 500 different products here, it's going to be very difficult for me as a customer to find what I'm looking for. The smart merchant will have that category broken down into subcategories. That's pretty straightforward. Everybody understands that. But what I want to point out here is that within categories, there's a description field. And in this case, we've got an image embedded in the description field mentioning to our customers that these Titleist clubs are now in stock. Everybody thinks about putting their products into categories and that their category is a placeholder for their products, if you will. I would encourage you to think about your categories as marketing opportunities. Now that somebody's in clubs, here's something I want to make sure you understand. I am marketing these specific clubs to you in this category. You might not otherwise know that we have them in stock. Everybody wants them. Hey, we've got them in stock. I'm really marketing that within that particular category. So that can be a tremendous marketing tool. So think about that not only from the perspective of what products live in what categories, but how do I want to market within those categories? You're going to sell more if you do that. Let's look at our irons category. And then the final product I want to look at are these, is this Callaway X20 iron set. Now this product's got a couple other things going on that makes it interesting. Number one, it's more configurable than the other products we looked at. Even the shirt comes in size and color, but with this club I can really customize it. Am I left-handed or right-handed? What I really like is, maybe I really want to, money's burning a hole in my pocket. I'm going to upgrade to the graphite version. So I can do so right there, and it's going to add $200 to the price, and then I can add that to the cart. So the point here is that instead of just cross-selling and upselling other products, I can do that within a product. So I'm already looking at this product, and I'm already in a sense signaling intent that I want to buy the X20 irons. But you know what? By making this an attribute, I've just increased my order. Instead of buying the $6.99 club, I'm buying the $8.99 club because the marketer made it easy for me to do so right here. I don't have to go to another product or another area. I am being upsold right within the product. So again, something to think about when you're setting up your products and something that's very simple to do right in Nexternal. Also want to show you that in this case, we're using the image gallery differently than the shirt. In this case, we're using it to show different views of the same product. So if you sell something where there might be a top view, bottom view, left view, right view, what have you, an image gallery makes that very, very simple as well. So now that we've got the products that we want, let's check out. And when we do so, you'll be presented with a login screen as you'd expect. But at this point, I am shown, assuming that the merchant wants to, what we call the related product upsell overlay. Now, while that's a mouthful, this is a great way to increase your average order size. And this works off of those related products that we looked at a few minutes ago. So based off of the products that are in my cart, the system is going to suggest to me other products based on those. And I can buy them right here. So yeah, I could use some golf balls. I'm losing them all the time. I'll click add to cart right there. That product's now in my cart. And now as this marketer, I've once again increased this order size. I was just coming here to buy a towel. Instead, I got 2 towels, tees, and now golf balls. So now that we're done with that, now we're going to log in as a returning customer just to save us a little typing. And then the system's going to recognize us and bring us to an invoice screen. Now on this invoice screen, if I had, one thing to mention is with Nexternal, a customer can pick their shipping and see what their sales tax is going to be at any point in the shopping experience. We already know I got free ground shipping because I spent over $75. But if I wanted to pick another method, I could do so right here. It's also worth mentioning that the Nexternal system is tied into the major shipping carriers, UPS, FedEx, Postal, so that you can pull real-time shipping rates and display those to your customers if you wish, and you can even build in a handling fee if appropriate. So in this case, you know what, I'm tempted for second day air, but free is free. I'm going to go with that. Other thing to mention at this point is if you're the type of business where products have a time element, you can allow customers to pick preferred delivery dates. So for example, Maybe you sell food and we want this to show up for a specific event we're having. Or you sell gift type products and I want this basket to show up for my mom's birthday. You can allow for preferred delivery date. That functionality is built directly into Nexternal as well. Underneath our subtotal, you'll see the discount, the customer, in this case, Josh Ross discount. Hey, Josh is a great customer. He gets 20% off everything. I can set up my customers with discounts like that very simply in External. Additionally, you can really segment your customers by customer type. This is typically more important in the B2B world, but also for merchants like wineries who have wine clubs. You can group those customers together, for example, in a wine club, and when those customers log in, they get an instant discount. Maybe they have access to products that the rest of the world doesn't have access to. Maybe in the B2B world, different customers can pay you via, they can be invoiced. Other people have to put in a credit card. You can control all that via customer type very simply. Of course, you'll see where I enter my payment info, any comments and instructions I might have for the merchant, assuming the merchant's interested in those. And then I can submit my order. But right above the submit order button, we have what we call a legal disclaimer field. And this can even have an I agree checkbox if necessary. So if you sell the type of products where somebody has to, I agree that once I open this, I can't return it. I agree that I'm indeed 21 and will be able to have an adult signature available for when my wine is delivered. Legal disclaimer makes that all very simple. So let's submit our order. Now that our order is submitted, we're going to be brought to a thank you page. And at this point, I can even share my order if I wish. Plus, as a customer, I'm going to have an email sent to me right away. Thank you for your order. Here's your invoice. Click on this link to see the status of your order. Additionally, as a merchant, assuming you want to, you'll also receive an email. Hey, Craig just placed an order in your online store. You should log into your backend, what we call the order management system, to process that order. Before we do that, though, there's one final piece of the shopping experience that I want to touch on. As simple as that experience is that we just looked at, you might be thinking to yourself, that is really simple, but my customers are on the go a lot, or maybe they don't often get to shop at work, or they're just on their mobile phones all the time and they're coming to my store. I expect that people are going to be coming to my store on a mobile phone. Not a problem. Looking to our iPhone simulator here, you'll see that we have First Fairway store open, in this case the golf apparel category. And so this is the same exact store that we just looked at, but it is highly, highly optimized for mobile devices. So in this case, we can go back to that Nike Sphere Dry Polo that we looked at on the desktop experience. And we can see what that looks like on my iPhone. Now, once again, it is really optimized for my iPhone, but I have all the content here. I can pick, let me just scroll a little better. I can pick, of course, from my different colors. I've got my attributes here. I can ship it to myself or someone else. Social media integrations here, tell a friend, summary. I even have the embedded video here. So all of that content lives here, but in a highly mobile optimized fashion. Not only do we present products in an optimized fashion this way, we take this all the way through the checkout experience. There's still a lot of systems out there that will tell you, yeah, we know mobile, we understand mobile, and they do a pretty good job of presenting their products in the mobile experience. But as soon as you go to checkout, they bring you to a standard checkout experience, which is really clunky on a phone. We take it all the way through, so it's really simple. What a lot of our merchants find is that people shop, the orders coming in during business hours are typically the standard internet orders, as you'd expect. People are at work, they're supposed to be working, but they're shopping instead. But after hours, that's where you're seeing a lot of mobile orders, and that percentage is increasing, and it's increasing pretty rapidly. So mobile is something we do very, very well, built right into the system. So now switching gears, we're going to become the merchant from the perspective of our demo from this point forward. So everything we're going to look at from this point forward is where a merchant will, in a sense, live and breathe Nexternal. The order management system that we're about to log into is where you run, manage, and grow your online business. Now, everybody in your Nexternal system everybody in your organization will have access to your Nexternal system will have their own username and password. Plus, there's 7 different access levels, so you can control who can do and see what within your system. So let's log in. Now, when you log in, something that a lot of maybe even our current clients don't fully appreciate is that you get to pick where you want to start. Personally, I like starting at my dashboard because this allows me to see at a glance what's going on in my store. Am I on track for my revenue targets? How are my sales charting over time? Who are my best customers? What are my best products? Where in the country am I selling? In this case, the merchant would be looking at this, and I'm pretty strong on the coast in the south, but the Midwest, I'm just not selling. What am I doing wrong? How come I'm not reaching those customers? They're clearly out there. I need to really, investigate my marketing activities. So I can see this very clearly. Order sharing tracking stats, activity stats. How is my store performing, and how are elements within my store performing? For example, golf accessories has a very strong orders per viewing ratio. In fact, I'm getting almost 2 orders per every viewing. That's fantastic. But if I click on it, I assume that certain products in that category are performing better than others. So I can see that right here. And now I have 3 bars associated with each element. So my British Open towel, what are people looking at? What are they adding to cart? Adding to carts in a sense signaling intent to purchase. And then what are they actually ordering? So I can see my conversion rates for every individual product right here. So again, really powerful. I can look at this and wow, this titanium magnetic golf bracelet, I thought it was going to be a huge seller. Instead, I can see that nobody's even really looking at it, let alone buying. So if I'm really not getting any views, do I have the wrong product description? Am I not getting the right customers to my store? I can see that I have a problem, and now I can begin to address it. Finally, what I really like in here is my search statistics. This shows me what people are looking for in my store and if they're finding matches for those. So for example, maybe I sell Adidas products, or maybe I don't sell Adidas products, which we don't currently. And let's assume that I've got lots of searches of Adidas. Well, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to reach out to Adidas and see if I can start carrying their products. I can see I have that demand. I can see my customers are looking for it and they're not finding it. Time to make some product adjustments. I can see I've got demand here. So again, that can be a really powerful tool. So I absolutely love the dashboard. It allows me to see just what's going on. Also, Google Analytics is directly integrated with Nexternal. You simply enter your account number in the field we provide in the settings section, so you can see all of your analytic data in Google Analytics as well. How are people coming to your website? What are they doing on your website? What do they do once they get in your store? How are they being referred to you? Google Analytics will allow you to see all that data, and implementation is nothing more than entering your account number. So really simple. Let's talk about processing orders. I'm going to show you the processing orders from the perspective of an individual order at first, so you understand what the system is doing, and then we'll talk about batch processing. So order 102-607 is the order that just came in. It's the one that we placed. So to process it, I simply click on the order number, and this screen will give me all the information I need. Where's it going? How's it being paid for? What are the items that this customer purchased? Now, when the order is placed, the system will authorize a credit card, assuming that you have a compatible gateway. A gateway is a piece of software, if you're not familiar with the term, that will link our system to your merchant account. So in this case, the card's authorized. We're basically ready to ship, so now we're allowed to capture the funds. To do that, I simply click on this $ icon. In this case, we're using the PayFlow gateway for our demo. And in my credit card terminal, I can see that I've successfully captured the funds. I'm all set. What I absolutely love about the credit card terminal is that you've got customer service buttons in here as well. I can void transactions. I can issue refunds if I need to, and I've got some other options as well. So if you ever have a situation where there is a customer service problem where, hey, we need to give somebody their money back or part of their order back from the perspective of the finances, I can do it right here. I don't need to log into authorize.net or go into some other system. I can do it right from here. makes your customer service reps super efficient. So now that we're paid, we're ready to ship. Bottom of the screen, I can print a packing slip if I need to, generate an invoice if appropriate. But what I absolutely love is I can print my shipping labels right from here. So in this case, we're showing off UPS. If you ship with FedEx or with a postal service, the process is exactly the same. Page 1 of the shipping tool asks me if I'm using my default shipping options. You probably always will, but if there's some sort of mistake in the warehouse, maybe the package weights were way wrong or something along those lines, I can come in and customize. Page 2 is going to ask me if it's going out today, but maybe I missed a driver. I can change the date to tomorrow if I need to. And then I hit the create button. And it might just take a second for UPS to reply to us. But now I can view and print my shipping label. So here it is, print it out, stick it on my package, I'm all set. So really simple and efficient. Not only that, if I go back into the system and now I hit finish, my order is automatically marked as shipped, and my line items are automatically marked as shipped, and all my tracking information is right here. At this point, the customer's had a second email sent to them. Thank you, your order's been shipped. Here's your tracking information. So the customer will always know what's going on. So I don't need to export order information out to print shipping labels. I don't need to import tracking information from some other system back in. I simply click a button and I'm all set. So really simple, really efficient. This is another big reason why merchants switch to Nexternal. I'm using System X. It takes me forever to process my orders. There's got to be a more efficient way, and there absolutely is. Now, speaking of that, as efficient as that was, you might be thinking, yeah, that's all well and good, but I've got 100 orders today, or 1,000 orders today, or 5,000 orders today. I don't want to go into each order individually. You don't have to. By simply clicking on the batch process button at the top of the screen, I can do basically all my outstanding orders, or only some of them, depending on your needs and preferences. I can take care of all my shipping in one shot and all my credit card processing in one shot. So I can literally process hundreds of orders in just a few minutes. Now, related to that concept is, okay, well, that's easy enough. Now I need to understand what I sold last month. And the people in accounting, every time I ask them for information, it takes them forever to get back to me. I've got a meeting coming with the boss in 10 minutes. I need this info. Not a problem. Top of the order screen, click on the report button, and you'll see that I can do order reports, product reports, customer type reports, etc., sales tax reports, all right here. So while the Nexternal system is not an accounting system, it's not intended to be one, it's intended to talk to your accounting system, there's a wealth of reports that you can always get whenever you need them. So in addition to the reporting information here, there's reports on the product level, on the customer level, vendor level, affiliate level, so a wealth of information that you can get whenever you need it. Next thing I want to talk about within the order section is exporting. So maybe I do need to get my order information out because I need to do my own custom reports, or for example, or for accounting. Here's where you can do so. So you can always export your order information into Excel or Access by whatever order range you need. And if you use QuickBooks, you can export directly to a QuickBooks file format, which you then import into your QuickBooks, and you'd be all set. So maybe you need to get QuickBooks data out in Nexternal once a day, once a week, once a month, whatever interval you choose, you can always come in and get just what you need. Now, as easy as this is, many of our clients have requirements of, I need data to flow from Nexternal to my other systems in real time. I don't want to be importing and exporting files. I need this, I need this to happen automatically. I need Nexternal to send this information to my automated warehouse system so that it can pack and pick my orders for the day. No problem. Included with Nexternal is a very robust XML tool set. So XML, if you're not familiar with the term, it's really the common language these days for different systems to talk with each other and exchange data. So you have a 10 different XML tools are included with Nexternal so that it can respond to your XML request for order data, customer data, product data, you name it. Data's in Nexternal, you can pull it out via XML, and you can update Nexternal as well via XML, product level, order level, inventory level, etc. Final thing to mention while we're discussing orders. Not only, of course, can you take your e-commerce orders in Nexternal, Nexternal is very efficient for handling phone orders. So for example, customer calls up and they want to buy a British Open towel. You simply have a phone operator click on the new button at the top of the order screen. And in this case, the customer wants a British Open towel. I'm adding it to the cart. I should mention that this store looks very similar to the customer-facing store. It's just really stripped down and simplified for your phone operators. But what's great is you can have internal memos that only show up to the phone operator. Hey, be sure to tell the customer that we've got a great promotion on an umbrella as well. So this type of memo and messaging can be used to help guide your phone operators on what to do and say next. Be sure they know about a promotion. Be sure they know about specific care instructions for this product, what have you. Very simple. So let's assume the customer is like, well, that's all well and good, but I've already got my umbrella, I'm all set. Then the phone operator can hit checkout. You can still have a related product upsell overlay at this point if you wish to allow the phone operators to give them one more try to get another, to increase the order size. And then it's very simple to look up, returning customers. Have you bought with us in the past, sir? Yes, I have. My last name's Ross. And so then the phone operator can find, and your first name, sir? Oh, it's Josh. And then the phone operator's on their way. So it's just really simple and efficient. In fact, if you call up USA Today and you want to buy a back issue, this is exactly how they take that order. So once your phone operators do 2 or 3 orders, they'll be very, very efficient using these tools. So that's something that can happen in Nexternal very easily. So it's really a very complete commerce platform. So now that we've discussed orders, let's talk about products. Let's assume that our British Open towel, which we keep mentioning, is, sales. It was on sale for $35. Sales done. All I need to do as a marketer is click on this pencil icon, which is our universal edit button. And on the edit screen, I'm simply going to scroll down to the product pricing area. Our discount percent that we had is now gone. Hit next at the bottom. And then on page 2, hit finish. And that's it. Sale is done. Somebody going to the store right now sees the full price. So any type of product changes I need to make, or even adding new products, I just log in, I do what I need to do, and I'm done. If it's not apparent, the Nexternal system is entirely cloud-based. So you can be traveling, you can be anywhere, you can do this on an iPad, etc. You log in, you make the change you need to make, and it's live instantly. You don't have to get somebody in IT to make changes for you. You don't need to wait for something to happen. Any change you need to make happens instantly. So that was simple. Let's expand on that concept. I have a new product I need to sell. No problem. Click on the new button, and I just fill in the blanks. So this screen looks identical to what we just saw, except it has no data in it. So what's the name of the product? Does it have a SKU number? Category? Can people pick it up? Is it available for everybody or only certain people? What kind of descriptions do I have? Does it have attributes like size and color? How much does it cost? Do different people get special pricing? How much does it weigh for shipping? How many of these do I have to sell? What kind of images do I have for my product? So once you enter a couple products in the system, it literally takes 2-3 minutes and you're done. So it's really simple. You have something new to sell, you log in, you put it in, it's done. Not only that, once you work with the system a little bit, it actually becomes really fun to do. It's fun to add these products. It's fun to add new marketing promotions, etc. And it's great. It's instant. So kind of like the concept of looking at orders, and you at this point you might be thinking, well, that looks great, and Craig tells me it's fun, But I got 10,000 products to put in, and doing 10,000 individually, the fun might wear off at that point. In that case, I would tend to agree, but you can import your product information. So click on import at the top. We have a variety of imports depending on what you need to accomplish. For now, we'll just look at the product import. And then basically what happens is it asks you within the product import, are you adding new products or updating your product line, etc. What happens for all of our imports is that we provide pre-formatted Excel templates. So you'd right click on and download your template right here. You're just going to put your data in our template, and here's the instructions in case any of the fields aren't clear as far as what they're asking for. And then at the bottom of the screen, you upload that completed template back into the system. So you can literally put thousands of products in the system in just a few minutes, assuming you already have the data and your data's in good shape. Our templates make it easy, it ensures that everything maps correctly, and ensures that you don't have any sort of security problems. So importing data, lots of data even, is very simple. And as I mentioned before, you can also do this via XML as well. So if you have other systems, maybe like a point of sale system that's also selling outside of Nexternal, via XML, the systems can sync and reconcile your inventory levels and other information as necessary, so that you never have a situation where online says that you have more than you actually do, or vice versa. So again, very simple. Final thing I want to show you in products is our system includes some really nice tools to help drive traffic to your website as well. So if we click on this Export Traffic Tools button, here's where we have different automated marketplace exports. So if you advertise your products in any of these different online marketing channels, Shopzilla, Nextag, Shopping.com, etc., assuming you have an account with them, you click on the Preferences link, enter your account information, and our system will send the data to them, your product data to them automatically every night, so that you add new products, put something on sale, etc., the shopping channels will know about it that evening. The best one of these from the perspective of our client success, maybe not a stretch of the imagination, but it's Google product search. Google's been very aggressive in promoting their product search, and they're really blending those search results into the standard search results from the typical customer experience perspective. So that's something that a lot of our clients have had really good success with. Same thing, it's automated. You do need to have an account with them. They're going to charge you a cost per click, but it's something that most of our clients do very well with. So again, these tools are built right in. Let's look at customers now. Anytime somebody places an order, they're automatically added to your customer list. The system will keep track of all of their customer behavior as far as purchasing behavior. As we mentioned before, you can have different customer types for different segmentation. From our demo perspective, we have 4, but you can have as many as you need within reason. And so having all my customer information here provides a lot of benefits. Number one, not only can I keep track of my purchase behavior, I can use Nexternal as a CRM system. So for example, I can see that D user here needs to follow up with Jim Ackerman today. So an owner would be one of your employees. So you can assign your customers to employees to be followed up with, and you can assign follow-up dates. So in this case, let's assume I'm D user and I have a call with Jim. And maybe on that call, Jim said to call back on Monday as he would be ready to order then. So I can keep track that I had an inbound call with Jim. I just need to move this control panel. And so I can submit that activity. So I've submitted my activity on, so I can keep track of all my activities with Jim. And I know that I need to set the follow-up date for Monday, because I'm going to call him then and get his order. So those type of tools are built in. Again, that's something that not a lot of e-commerce merchants always think about, but hey, I can not only use my customer information to understand what people have bought, but I can use this to proactively market to my customers and assign salespeople to them and what have you. Now, taking that concept a step further, what I really, really like is that we can proactively market to our customers, and we can market to everybody, or maybe we only want to send a targeted message. For example, I want to find people who've spent $1,000 with me, but who haven't purchased in a while. These were formerly good customers, and for some reason, their wallets have dried up. So in that case, I simply click on Advanced Search, and I want to do an order history search. And we're going to look for customers who ordered at least $1,000 worth of products, and maybe who have not ordered since, let's go back to, now we'll go back to September 1st. So once I execute my search, I now have 2 pages of customers that were these formerly good customers. Now I can click on the Mail Wizard button at the top. And within the Mail Wizard, I can use this tool to send a bulk email. I can also make use this to send mailing labels if you do have postcards or catalogs that you actually send. We'll keep it for email for now. And I don't want to send a message to everybody. I only want to talk to those previously good customers. So I'm going to select my order history search. And maybe I want to send an HTML email, make it look good. And this is going to allow me now to send my email just to those 16 customers. Each customer is getting their own individual email. You can put in whatever message I need, whatever subject I need. In the body field, I can even personalize it. Dear Craig, where have you been? You used to be a great customer. We would love to welcome you back. Have a great targeted message. I can queue this up for sending now. I can schedule it to send later. So it's a very powerful email marketing tool, again, built right in. Some of our clients, in addition to using this tool or instead of, also like to use MailChimp, because MailChimp will provide really nice templates for you to use. So some of our clients, well, I don't really have the skills or the time to make a good looking HTML email, and MailChimp makes that easy for me. No problem. Nexternal has a really nice integration with MailChimp so that your customer data from Nexternal will flow to MailChimp every 10 minutes. And so you can send emails from there as well. And what's great about it is it's totally synced. So if somebody, for example, unsubscribes in either Nexternal or MailChimp, the other system will know about it. So it's just really, really simple. Let's look at a couple other things. Settings, for example. Settings is where you can configure your store to work like you need it to work. For example, do you sell B2B, B2C, or both? Do you allow for sorting options? Do you allow for multiple ship tos, preferred delivery dates? Do you use inventory control? If so, what type of rules do you follow? All that type of stuff is right here. The one section I really like is compatible software. So here's where I can turn on the tools for the shipping carriers. Again, they're all integrated. The gateway I'm going to use, either authorize.net, Payflow Pro, or Payment Tech, also integrated. I simply fill in my user, partner, and password from the perspective of Payflow Pro, and I'm done. Here's where I try my social networking tools, my alcoholic beverage tools if I'm in the wine industry. If I use Salesforce as a CRM, I can install the connector. So all those types of things, MailChimp, right here, again, really simple. We really try to make this as simple as possible. Few other things to show you guys quickly before we get to questions is the layout section. Layout section is where we can control, and you can control, how your store looks. Now, when a merchant signs up, this is where we'll do what we call a site sync. Now, having said that, this is your system. You can always come in here and make any changes anytime you want. For example, maybe you want to change labels. Instead of calling it sold out, you want to say, you missed the boat. Well, that type of thing. You can change labels whenever you want. You can change layout options like navigation options, visibility rules, what displays and when. Do you have different buttons you want to upload? You can do all of that right here. Where this is perhaps most interesting is in the advanced layout section. And here's where the heart of a site sync happens. So here's where we're going to take the style sheet information from your website, the top HTML, the bottom HTML, etc., from your website and implement it here. So again, that your customer is going to your website and they're shopping with you. They're not going to some sort of template. Final thing I want to mention in here is this is where also you have your mobile layout. So here's where, if you are a current external client and you don't have your mobile layout turned on yet for some reason, come in here, check this box, make a couple little selections, and you're on your way. Again, if you have any questions about this, contact your account rep. But as shown, mobile is something we do very, very well. The percentage of orders coming through mobile are increasing, so I highly suggest that you turn this tool on. Help desk. Two final things to show you. So within Nexternal, customer service is exceedingly important to us. We make our money by our clients making money. So you might have seen, for example, when we edited a product, there's little question marks all over the place. If you're not sure what something does, those question marks tend to be quite descriptive. Additionally, we have a really nice help desk here. If you have questions about something, there's a good chance the answer is already waiting for you in the help desk. And you can always ask a question of the help desk if appropriate. I mean, not really appropriate. If you can't find what you're looking for, it is appropriate. You can ask a question. But finally, with Nexternal, you also have a dedicated account rep. So all of our clients have a single person that's assigned to work with them. So anytime they have questions, they get to talk to the same person every time. And so we have, as mentioned, our success is invested in our clients' success. So we tend to have very, very nice relationships with our clients. And the final thing I want to show you, kind of online with that topic, are updates. What you're not getting with Nexternal is a stagnant piece of software. We're constantly adding new tools to the system to help our clients sell more and be more efficient. We'll typically send out an email towards the end of each month describing to our clients, the tools that we've added. But my advice to everybody is just get in the habit of checking out this update screen, once every few weeks. Will every update since the last time you looked apply to you? Probably not, but there's bound to at least be a couple that can have a nice impact on your business. For example, just yesterday we rolled out these really nice coupon enhancements. The coupon flexibility and functionality in our system, really, I would argue before this was second to none, but we added some new tools to allow marketers to do even more creative coupon promotions. So this type of thing, oh wow, this is awesome. This now allows me to do a new promotion I was thinking of. It's live in the system. You don't have to be upgraded to some version. You don't have to wait for something to happen. These tools are in your system, ready for you to use. So we've blown through a ton of information and we've done it very quickly. So now I'd like to take some questions. I do want to mention that we had a huge crew today, probably maybe one of the biggest attendances ever for us. So we'll do the best we can to get through your questions. The question interface is not great. So if I miss your question, please follow up with us afterwards. And there's a lot here. Let's see what can we. So a few questions. So I'll just start kind of randomly. Is there an extra cost for us to use the iPhone app for our business? No, the mobile store that we discussed is built right in. It's absolutely included. Question, can you ship in multiple boxes and get multiple tracking numbers? Yes. Going back to the order management system, this is why if you look at, for example, the order that we shipped before, in this case, in this demo, they all went in the same box, but in the real world, that of course doesn't always happen. And that's why each line item has its own tracking number field. A lot of systems will simply have one tracking number associated with the order, not with the line items, and then you get stuck when you have that kind of situation. So absolutely not a problem with Nexternal. We're set up for that. Another question, can you delete reviews? Absolutely. In the review section, what most of our clients do, so when a review comes in, it'll show up here. You can always edit the review if you want to clean up language, for example. You can always delete it if necessary. But in the setup section, what most of our clients elect to do is to not have the reviews post automatically. They will not have this option selected. So they, in a sense, get to review the reviews before the review gets displayed in the store. And if it's a bad one for whatever reason, they just won't display it. Additionally, within reviews, we have this great review reminder tool. So not only, of course, can you encourage customers to review in your store, the system can automatically email them after the order's been shipped. Maybe you pick I want to use review reminders, and after 7 days, I want the system to automatically ask the customer for a review. That type of functionality is built in as well. So this is a tool that I would suggest all of our clients use, unless they only sell B2B, to really drive reviews and build the reviews and drive customers to review products. It's going to help you with the search engines and with conversion. Question about when we import information, will pictures automatically resize? They can. It's not something I suggest. In the perfect world, everybody would have their images in optimal sizes before they upload them to Nexternal. And if you have questions about what those optimal sizes should be, your account rep can help you with that. But if you don't have the time to do that right now or the inclination, yes, when you do your import, you can say all my thumbnails resize to 150 pixels wide and all my main images resize to, let's say, 350 pixels wide. It's not technically as good as having the right size images ahead of time. If you use a graphics editor to resize your your images, like Photoshop or like even Preview on a Mac, it's going to be a smaller file size. It's going to make your store faster for your customers, and the images are typically going to look a little crisper as well. Question here from mobile users: is there an app? If not, how does a customer find our store? Customer finds your store by going to your website on your phone, on their phone. If you wanna have an app made, you can absolutely do so, and then in that app you can drive customers to your mobile store. Some of our clients, like Hershey, for example, do just that. But for somebody like Hershey, yeah, customers are probably going to get a Hershey app. If you're a smaller merchant, your customers probably don't have a ton of incentive of downloading an app, but they will go to your website on their phone. And so that's what the store is really, for most of our clients, it's about traffic. Somebody going to their Safari browser on their iPhone, going to your website that way, and then going shopping that way. A question here about, can you use Nexternal to enter orders like in a physical store? Would that be entered like the phone orders? Yes, they would be. So if you have a type of let's say, retail location where you don't have, tons and tons of foot traffic and most customers are paying you by credit card, then yes, you can absolutely do just that. You, in a sense, enter it as a phone order while the customer's there, and you'd enter their credit card info. If, well, we have more traffic than that, and we really want to make this a faster process, in that case, you probably want to use something like eMobile POS. eMobile POS is it's a point of sale software package that runs on iPads. It'll give you a credit card swipe, that type of thing, and that will integrate directly with Nexternal. In fact, next Thursday, March 14th at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, is our eMobile POS demonstration. So you might want to register for that as well if that's something you're interested in. Question here, how does shipping work if someone opts to pick up at an event? In that case, what happens is there is no shipping. Those products they're tagged as picked up orders, and they'll be tagged separately in the system so that there's no shipping costs associated with them. They're scheduled for pickup order. And in that case, it would be split out here as a separate pickup order, and first the order status would be not ready, and then when you mark it as, hey, this is now ready to be picked up, then the customer get an email, hey, you can now come, your order process is ready to be picked up. So there's a complete separate mechanism for that order process. Let's go through two more here before we run out of time. Can the like and save be used to give free items away or just a % discount? Yeah, you could use like and save to give 100% discount. So if somebody wanted to like that product and to get it for free, yes, you could do that. Question about how do you embed a product video? Best way to do that would be to upload that video to YouTube, and then YouTube's going to give you viewer code. Once you have that viewer code, you're going to copy it, and then you're going to go to that specific product, and then go back to our British Open towel. If you edit that product, in the description field, you would simply paste in that viewer code right in the long description field, and you'd be all set. So it'd be very, very simple. So at this point, there's still a lot of questions out there. If you're working with a rep at Nexternal, please give your rep a call. They'd be more than happy to help you. Basically, I spent this time having a conversation with myself. As you can imagine, it's a much more interesting to have a conversation with you. So as I said, if you're already working with somebody here, especially if you have a lot of questions still, please follow up with them. They're more than happy to talk to you. If you're not currently working with Nexternal, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I would definitely look forward to talking with you, answering any questions you have, and really diving into your specific requirements. Thank you.